Shut up and sit down.
Hello folks, Colin here, Festa 67's Workshop, and welcome to issue 30 of Build Your Own Ford Mustang Shelby GT500 1967 from the wonderful folks over at DeAgostini. Now, if you'd like to grab yourself one of these 1/6 scale Mustangs, head over to this link here, all the way along there folks. It's also in the description below the video, just under there. Head over to DeAgostini's website. You too can be building one of these 1/6 scale Shelby GT500s, folks. The Shelby Series 1 marked the start of the 21st century with a modern version of the Cobra. The car he created was the Shelby Series 1, similar to the classic Cobra, but with all the latest technology. This exclusive sports car was produced from 1999 until 2003. There you go. A thing of beauty, isn't it? Look at that. I bet that can half go some folks. Offered ease of driving as well as superb performance with aircon, power assisted steering and brakes and electric windows. Yes. This is what we're up to today. We're doing the central chassis section, folks. So we're starting to close in the parts that we've been assembling. So you'll need the parts that you did on the last episode, the rear end of the car, folks. Okay. Gives you all the details there on what we're going to be doing and where it's going to be going on your Shelby and what you're going to end up with as your final result today. So it's all looking nice and closed off now. This is the Henry Ford Museum with an indoor area of 48,600 square metres. And its extensive grounds, the Henry Ford Museum, known coincidentally as the Henry Ford, presents not just the story of the Ford Motor Company, but also a panoramic view of American history. Place to go to if you're out there, folks, isn't it, eh? Some of that. It's not limited to celebrating the history as well. It says its extensive exhibits display many other kinds of machines, including aircraft such as a 1930s Douglas DC-3 from Northwest Airlines. How beautiful that is. Absolutely stunning. William Clay Ford Jr., executive chairman of the motor company, poses in front of a Ford Model A dating from 1903 and a poster of his great-grandfather Henry Ford, the founder of the company. Absolutely, mate. Revolutionised motoring, didn't they? In the 1960s, the Daytona 500 became one of the most important races of the NASCAR Cup Series. I'd love to go to something like that, but alas, yeah. There's the beach and the road course. Yeah, I can imagine it's such it's a petrolhead's dream, isn't it, to go to one of them races? But yeah. Give these a read, folks, these magazines. You won't be disappointed. You really won't. So I'm just going to flip back, put the magazine at the back there, folks, so that I can see what I'm assembling. We'll get all of today's pieces laid out on the mat there, and then we'll bring in the part from the previous episode. We'll start a bit of assembly for you. Right. This is the first piece we've got, and it's telling us to spin this over and put in a piece 30D, which is the right hand cable, and you've got a left hand one as well that retain the cables. So I just want to make sure I'm getting them orientated the correct way. And it looks like they might have letters already in them. So that's left. And that's right. So 30D identified with an R by the right outer section of the chassis. So there you go. Neatly identified. So we just want to pop them in. And it's telling us to have them like so. You've got a little key built into it. And you've got a keyhole shape there. So they can only go the one way, folks. And they're going in place with PS1 screws, which are these bad boys, okay? the silver screws. So let's put that in place, give that a little bit of oil. And from the other side, we'll screw that in. Right in there. Where that's going to go. Pink. And then do the same for the other side. So we'll grab that. It's got the same key in it, so you can't go wrong. That'll go in like that. Grab another one of these. And a tinsy wincy bit of oil on there. Like so. And then do the same with that. Cool. So that's them in place now. Looking rather sexy. So, right. What's it telling us to do now? We have got a bracket section going in here. So let's just spin that around. And it's going across here onto these two pegs, folks, okay? And you want it with the square section at the bottom. So you're basically doing it that way round, okay? That's how it's going to sit. And that is retained in place with the two other PS1 screws. So we'll grab them now and we'll pop them in place like so. So let's just hold that with my thumb, pop that in there and do the same with that one. Right. Spin that round that way. And screw that down. Just like that. Go back and check that one. Just like that. There you go. So that's what you want. Right, it says retrieve the chassis assembly that you worked on in issue 29, which is here. Remember that? That big section. And it's telling us to have it this way round. So we'll do that. And we're going to be tilting this section in place, okay? So it's going to go somewhere like that, okay? Over that bracket there, locating into this. But give it a bit of jiggery, it will go, folks. There you go. And that is now in place. Firmly locked in. It says place it on top of the assembly so it fits in all of the recesses in the intermediate chassis. As shown. So you've got these ears that go on there, all of these in there, and you basically want that to sit nice and flush. And you've got two little angled pieces here that sit in gaps, and this then sits above the central reinforcement bracket. And then we fix the two parts with 3 DS2 screws at the top, 4 more screws in the middle, and 2 at the bottom. Okay. So let's get the DS02 screws out and start with them bad boys in there. So we're going into die cast, a bit of oil. And we want 3 at the back. So I'm going to go middle first and screw that in. It then says 2 DS2 screws right at the beginning, or DS12. Now I'm going to put mine in now, purely and simply because I want to pull that front section down before I then fit all the other bits. So I'm going to put mine in now, just over that side first. And these have got the built-in washer on them as well, folks, so it will hold this tunnel section firmly in place now. So we can just move that out of the way, grab that one. And then I know then for the rest of the holes, it's the DS02s. Got one just there on the ear section there, Colin. So I'll just move that so you can see it just in there. Go Go back to the other side, fully tighten that home now. And that has pulled that tunnel right nice and tight down now. Now we can go around with the rest of it with the DS02 screws, folks. Okay, so I'm just going to move my magazine now. And then I can spin this around quite happily now on my bench. Get the rest of these screws done for you. And then we can put a bit of oil on all of these as they go in, peeps. So let's grab this one right over in that far corner there. And then same again. In there. Clean that off. Grab another couple of screws and work our way along the sides now, folks. 1, 2, 3, 4 ears is what we're going in. Okay. And that will give us a nice reinforced bit of rear chassis then, folks. So I might as well do this one this side. And we can just work our way back round now. Lovely. There you go. And that is that secured in place now. And that's what you should end up with now at the end of this issue, folks, is a completely covered in rear chassis section, okay? And she looks like that underneath, okay? So that's where we're going to leave this issue, peeps. Don't forget, if you'd like to build this for yourself, head over to DeAgostini by following this link here. Or you can click the link in the description below. That will take you to their website and you can start your very own subscription to the 1/6 scale Shelby GT. Also, to help me out, if you could just click the little festa in the corner there and subscribe to my channel. That'll help me grow my channel nicely, folks, and I really do appreciate it. Also, click the bell so that you can see upcoming future content, folks, okay? So until the next time, stay safe and well. Bye-bye for now.